to me, playing with ideas and working them over and over until they feel like part of you.
And that's when we say this is an architectural practice or this is a legal practice. And in that case, they're not practicing in the sense of first learning something and on a basic level. It's practice in the context of growing, evolving, emerging, better and better level of craft.
I think of small children, animals, all life, actually. I think practices through play and through doing it over and over until they feel like until they, probably animals never stop this. I think maybe it's only humans that stop practicing when we feel like we've gotten to a certain stage and now we have the answers. But to me, practice is a lifelong practice.
Every single time you set the space, every single step you take in the process, go through that 4-step recreation process and reinvent it every time. That seems difficult, but it's necessary. You have a client that's done 40 design shops. You can't start with scan, focus, act, right? You have to constantly reinvent it, and every single time play it as if it's the first time it's ever been played. That's a supreme skill, and any good creative practice should be done that way.
That's why I really like the comment yesterday, we've got to practice our practice. And I thought that was wonderful in terms of bringing the play and the life back into the practice so that it, and seeing it as a lifelong, never-ending up-creation of the work to do.
On the other level, I think to practice the practice does get to what you referenced a second ago, is it does get to the whole community. So, even practices that from time to time will be in a one-to-one competition for a contract, on the level of the craft, would it be kind of silly if you talk to a master carpenter, you say, well, you ever talk to another carpenter? Oh, no, no. Carpentry is a craft. It's a craft that's been with us thousands and thousands of years, and craftsmen always share craft, even though sometimes they're competing, and you need rules of engagement for that. So without the value web as a vital, growing society, a professional, credentialed, learning society, I think this will all splinter off into a bunch of little not so relevant pieces. My architectural students used to ask me, how do I know when it's time to build? And I say, well, it's very simple. When you can't get any smarter drawing, it's time to build. And then as you build, you get smarter, and then you can redraw and you can modify. So if we are not pushing ourselves to the edge and falling off the edge some of the time, we don't know where the edge is. And of course the edge is always progressing further and further away because we learn from falling off and we fix it. Now there's a way to fail gracefully and a way to fail that does not hurt things and break things, but we have to fail and we have to push the edge and we have to constantly be reinventing it thereby.
Meg Wheatley says, who's an expert in the future? Who knows what's going to happen? Why don't we have to practice the future? We're stepping into it. We're creating it step by step by step.
Yeah.
And there's no one who's been there before.
That when you think you know it and you think you're done and you think you understand it, that is about 2 days before you're going to step into a very big surprising hole.